You had a Bitcoin prediction of 100,000 probably in the shorter term.
Yeah.
Do you make a longer term predictions on that?
Well, people got interested in my prediction because I was on Bloomberg in January 2020. It was around 8,000, and I said we're gonna hit 50K by the end of the year. And I was with Matt Miller, a great guy and a friend of mine, and he was like, well, I don't see that happen. He was very skeptical. Then he had me in April when we dipped at around 3,000. Do you still stick to your prediction? And I did. And it turned out to be accurate, and I didn't quite randomly come at it. I saw that out of COVID we'll have a lot of printing, which will percolate towards crypto at some level. And then I just calculated that if we were to capture just 10% of the market cap of gold, and Bitcoin to me has always been gold 2.0, we will be at 50,000. And I made this prediction and stick to it, and it turned out to be accurate. So I got asked after that for my prediction. I do think that by mid next year we're gonna see 100K. Longer term, I dare not predict. I'm bullish, but I like for the returns to be in real dollars. And if you see the decline of the dollar since they've taken it off the gold standard, it's hard to measure, the real value in dollar terms anymore. So, in 10 years, if we keep printing like this, I read a statistic that 37% of all dollars currently in circulation have been printed in the last 18 months. Then who cares if Bitcoin's $1 million, right? It's going to be a different thing, might be less valuable than it is now.
Yeah, you can argue in 10 years we wouldn't even bother quoting that because who cares what it's worth in dollars, because nobody uses those anymore.
No, Bitcoin has to be the currency of your internal accounting. That's how you know you've gotten the flu.
Yeah.
The Bitcoin flu.
Because when you're just calculating things in Bitcoins.
Right.
And it could be, I have 2 young sons, they're 4 and 5 years old, and one of them came in here and he went over to the typewriter on the wall and he said, "What's that, Dad?"
Yeah, I have no idea.
And I said, "It's what you type on pieces of paper and letters." And he was just like, "Well, what's that?"
Yeah.
And so I'm sure one day I'll take him into the lobby of a bank that's now
where we had
lofts.
counters.
Yeah, that's now your headquarters or
right,
something.
Yeah.
He'll say, "What's a bank?" And I'll be like, "Used to be these institutions where we give them all our money." And he'd be like, "But I do that on my phone." And he'd be like, "Well, that used to be a bank." And then maybe one day it'll be like something in dollars, and he'll be like, "Well, what's a dollar?" Or who cares?
I love the drive-through bank counters in the United States.
Yeah.
We'll have trouble explaining that to our children.
I used to go with my grandparents, and they used to have that with the tubes that would go underneath and
Right.
stuff. So, look, it's going to be an interesting world to see what happens. I also think we're going to see potentially another big bear market. It's going to happen probably in crypto, a 70 or 80% retrenchment in the next 18 months or 2 years, right?
I'm not going to make any friends in the industry, but I say that every now and then we do need bear markets, because this is the clear sign that we have a free market. And I would argue that crypto is the only free market we have right now. Every time the S&P dips 5 to 10%, and we're back at asset purchases, printing, the plunge protection team buying assets on the exchanges. And, this creates A, moral hazards, B, risky behavior and a systematic risk, and depreciation of fiat. So I think that bear markets are the sign of a healthy market, and we do need them. Yes, they're painful. I have assets in Bitcoin. I don't like Bitcoin going down, but this is the price you're paying for a free market, and ultimately the free markets have built everything around us.
Yeah.